Hello YouTube, Magnitude Gaming here with our 16th episode covering the history of competitive play in Yu-Gi-Oh! We are now entering 2006, and it's the weekend of February 25th and 26th. SJC Durham was said to be the first Shonen Jump Championship of 2006. It had been 2 months since Pharaoh had taken the title in San Fran with his Chaos Warrior deck. That doesn't mean that the Yu-Gi-Oh! World was silent. While no events had taken place in North America, 2 major events happened in Europe. While we at Shonen Jumps, Europe was known for their Pharaoh's Tour championships. The events weren't small by any means, just had less coverage. Rowan Grace of Germany won the title in December with 100 duelists present. It was larger than any American event held. Like the European scene was pretty much taking off, much like the American scene and the Canadian scene. A month later, Matthew Moore of Germany won the Pharaoh's Tour in Kassel, Germany with over 300 duelists present. I wish I could give these events their own videos, but there's just so little known about these events and little coverage aside from the winners and a couple of matches here and there. Let's get back to SJC Durham. If you haven't noticed the trends of these past events, many of the players topping these events are all destined to be household names. The Mystic Swordsman level 2 trend continued. Only now, players remaining 2 copies. It had become a staple with many players now running multiple copies of Takoichi, Gatekeeper Spy, and Magical Merchants. Another full effect monster, the Mysterious Guard, began to see some play. It was great for bouncing monsters. Now that the meta had slowed down, it was even better since you were playing a warrior engine pretty much every time. As these low level monsters were becoming more popular, so was Deck Devastation Virus. The card was seeing play as Chaos Sorcerer and the bigger Dark World monsters were all targets for it. DDV could wipe the field of any Takoichis, Merchants, Spies, or Spirit Reapers. When the first day of SJC Durham settled, only 8 duelists remained. Zachary Austin from Ohio went 9-0 in Swiss and finished first. He was playing a Wave Motion Cannon Burn deck, with cards like Ojama Trio, Sigurd Barrel, and Stealthbird. His side deck would let him side into Cyberstein OTK. Richard Treadwell, an unknown duelist from North Carolina, finished second in Swiss. He wouldn't go on to be a huge name, but he was somewhat known on the East Coast because he would top a couple more Shonen Jumps here and there. He piloted the Cookie Cutter Chaos deck. Oh, and he played for a local team called Team Spank, with a C. Playing for Team Outphase was Jason Holloway in his second top 8 finish. Maining Chaos and packing 3 Cyber Dragons, Jason managed to finish third in Swiss with an X1 record. New Jersey's Robert Ackerman was in his first top 8 at a Shonen Jump, first of many actually. He traveled to Durham with the Chaos deck. Like many duelists, he was playing 1 gold in his main deck as a tech. Christopher Forrest finished 5th and was playing for Team Rampage. His teammate Jonathan LaBounty had already topped Nationals, and Bryce Thompson had already topped SJC Chicago. His deck for this event? You already know it, it's Chaos. Jerry Wang was in his 3rd SJC top, and 4th overall, representing Team Overdose. Jerry was teching a Strike Ninja and 2 Old Vindictive Magicians in his Chaos deck. Florida native and Team Nexus member and former Worlds competitor, Miguel Garcia had his first top 8 finish at a Shonen Jump, and it was his first top since finishing in the top 4 at the 2005 US Nationals. His deck of choice, Chaos. Omar Gaspar was the last member of top 8. A newer member to the scene, he had traveled here from New York. He was playing the Chaos Warrior engine, like all the others. In a wild match, Jerry Wang beat Zachary Austin to end his undefeated streak. Zachary attempted to finish off Jerry with Stein and Cyber Twin Dragon, but he wasn't able to. The next turn, Jerry outed his board with Exiled Force and finished him off with Don Zalug. Richard Treadwell and Omar Gaspar went to Game 3. Omar conceded when he couldn't out Richard's board of DD Warrior Lady and DD Assailant. Jason Holloway was able to beat Miguel Garcia, and Christopher Forrest took out Robert Ackerman. Christopher Forrest and Jerry Wang met in the finals. Rampage and Overdose were familiar with each other, since they played in the Northeast. Forrest beat Wang, after Wang drew poorly Game 3. Forrest summoned Mobius to finish off Wang, and he was heading off to the finals. Jason Holloway and Richard Treadwell went into time, actually. There was nothing Richard could do to get ahead in late points, so Jason Holloway was heading to the finals. Final stage of 2 not really known duelists trying to make names for themselves. Both were playing for well-respected teams, but only one could win. Jason Holloway wanted to bring Team Outphase their 2nd straight title, after Philly Luna had won for the team the previous Shonen Jump. Game 1 was dominated by Holloway. He slowly began to get advantage, and a big pot of avarice gave him that advantage. By the time Game 1 was over, Holloway had a 9-card advantage. Game 2 was the opposite, as Forrest slowly gained advantage through Takoichi and power cards like Cyber Dragon. Forrest ended the game when he blew away Jason's set cards with Mobius, and then he used Premature Burial to bring back Mystic Swordsman level 2 to finish the game. Game 3 was close, and both duelists were left top decking. Forrest top decked Don Zalug and attacked to discard Tsukuyomi from Jason's hand. Jason drew a dead Chaos Sorcerer and passed. Forrest summoned a second monster and attacked once again to discard his Chaos Sorcerer. Jason drew a dead Mystical Space Typhoon and conceded the match. Forrest went on an incredible run and took the title for Team Rampage. He also continued the trend of the East Coast dominating more recent events, with the East Coast taking 6 of the last 7 events. That does it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Next episode is going to cover SJC Orlando 2006. That's the team from Magnitude, guys. Thanks for watching.